Assalamu'alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Saya Hasan Zainnuri, dosen tetap program studi S1 Pendidikan Bahasa Inggris Fakultas Keguruan dan Ilmu Pendidikan Universitas Sebelas Maret, Surakarta. Video ini merupakan bagian dari pernyataan diri dalam Unjuk Kerja Dharma Perguruan Tinggi untuk Sertifikasi Dosen tahun 2025, khususnya pada aspek pengajaran. Pada kesempatan kali ini, saya ingin menyampaikan informasi mengenai mata kuliah yang saya ampu, yaitu Public Speaking, yang sesuai dengan bidang keahlian saya. Mata kuliah ini ditujukan untuk mahasiswa program studi S1 Pendidikan Bahasa Inggris semester 5 dengan kode mata kuliah KB 0516502, berbobot 2 SKS dan diselenggarakan dalam 16 kali pertemuan tatap muka. Rinciannya adalah 14 kali pertemuan materi dan 2 kali pertemuan ujian, masing-masing untuk ujian tengah semester dan ujian akhir semester. Mata kuliah Public Speaking ini merupakan lanjutan dari mata kuliah Academic Speaking 2 yang telah dipelajari pada semester sebelumnya. Dalam mata kuliah ini, mahasiswa akan mempelajari antara lain The Basics of Public Speaking 2 pertemuan, Speech Preparation Getting Started 2 pertemuan, Speech Preparation Organizing and Outlining 2 pertemuan, Presenting the Speech 2 pertemuan, Varieties of Public Speaking, Informative Speech 2 pertemuan, Persuasive Speech 2 pertemuan, Speaking on Special Occasions 2 pertemuan. Capaian pembelajaran lulusan atau CPL pada mata kuliah Public Speaking telah tertuang dalam Rencana Pembelajaran Semester atau RPS. CPL mata kuliah Public Speaking antara lain, CPL 1, mahasiswa mampu menerapkan pemikiran logis, kreatif, inovatif, dan kritis dalam konteks non-akademik dan akademik. Mahasiswa menguasai teori dan konsep kompetensi komunikatif yang diperlukan untuk berkomunikasi secara efektif, baik komunikasi lisan, tulis, visual, maupun bahasa tubuh dalam konteks akademik dan non-akademik. Serta mahasiswa mampu terampil berkomunikasi secara efektif, baik komunikasi lisan, listening dan speaking, tulis, reading dan writing, visual, maupun bahasa tubuh dalam konteks akademik dan non-akademik. Adapun capaian pembelajaran mata kuliah atau CPMK yang diharapkan yaitu pada akhir perkuliahan Public Speaking, mahasiswa diharapkan mampu memahami, merancang, dan mempresentasikan Public Speaking dalam bentuk informative speech, persuasive speech, dan speaking on special occasions yang sesuai dengan konteks pembelajaran dan pengajaran bahasa Inggris. Melalui mata kuliah ini, mahasiswa akan dibekali dengan strategi dan teknik untuk menyusun dan mengembangkan Public Speaking outline, baik untuk informative speech, persuasive speech, maupun speaking on special occasions. 3 komponen utama dalam proses pembelajaran mata kuliah Public Speaking ini adalah delivery, interaction, dan assessment. Pada aspek delivery, saya menyampaikan materi yang sesuai dengan RPS Public Speaking, yang dapat diunduh langsung oleh mahasiswa melalui e-learnings pada UNS dan open courseware UNS. Materi disampaikan dalam bentuk presentasi interaktif baik secara tatap muka di kelas maupun melalui Zoom meeting untuk mendukung pemahaman mahasiswa. Materi yang saya sajikan tidak terbatas pada PowerPoint saja, tetapi juga didukung oleh berbagai media pembelajaran lainnya, seperti video pembelajaran yang tersedia di LMS pada, video relevan dari YouTube sesuai topik, presentasi materi perkuliahan yang tersedia di LMS pada UNS, kuis interaktif melalui AI tools seperti speakable.io dan curipod.com, serta Canva sebagai media pendukung lainnya. Interaksi dalam mata kuliah ini melibatkan komunikasi 2 arah antara dosen dan mahasiswa yang dilakukan melalui berbagai bentuk, seperti diskusi, tanya jawab, simulasi praktek speaking, kolaborasi berkelompok, dan refleksi bersama-sama. Kegiatan-kegiatan ini dilaksanakan secara langsung dalam pertemuan tatap muka di kelas. Selain itu, interaksi yang juga dapat difasilitasi secara daring melalui LMS pada UNS dan berbagai AI tools yang telah disebutkan sebelumnya. Dengan cara memberikan umpan balik atau feedback, serta komentar pada sesi diskusi online. Sehingga perkuliahan Public Speaking ini juga menggunakan metode blended learning. Assessment atau sistem penilaian dalam mata kuliah Public Speaking ini mencakup assessment formatif sebagai penilaian proses, yang dilakukan melalui partisipasi aktif dan praktek berbicara atau speaking practice, atau tes lisan pada setiap pertemuan. Saya juga memantau mahasiswa pada progress report kelompok dalam menyusun speaking outline mereka di setiap pertemuan. Selanjutnya, asesmen sumatif yang saya lakukan sebagai penilaian akhir berupa ujian tengah semester dan ujian akhir semester. Keduanya dilaksanakan dalam bentuk pengumpulan video team-based project, yaitu video praktek berbicara atau speaking practice yang dilakukan oleh kelompok mahasiswa beranggotakan 2-3 orang. Untuk UTS, mahasiswa membuat video dalam bentuk informatif dan persuasive speech. Sedangkan untuk UAS, video berisi praktek speaking on special occasion. Adapun bobot presentase penilaian sebagaimana tercantum dalam RPS adalah sebagai berikut. Progress report hasil proyek 20%, ujian tengah semester 40%, ujian akhir semester 40%. Rentang nilai akhir mahasiswa dan konversi ke nilai huruf adalah sebagai berikut. Mulai dari nilai tertinggi 85 sampai 100, mahasiswa mendapatkan nilai 4,0 atau A, kemudian A-, B+, B, B-, C+, C, D, dan E, yaitu nilai terendah di bawah 50. Mahasiswa wajib mengikuti pedoman pengumpulan video yang sesuai dengan rubrik penilaian yang telah tercantum dalam RPS. 3 komponen utama dalam rubrik tersebut adalah matter, manner, dan method. Selain itu, mahasiswa juga perlu memperhatikan subkomponen penilaian seperti creativity, content, organization, structure, dan lain sebagainya. Model pembelajaran yang digunakan dalam mata kuliah ini adalah team-based project atau project-based learning dengan metode berupa presentasi interaktif, demonstrasi atau simulasi praktek speaking di kelas, tugas kelompok, serta saling memberikan feedback terhadap penampilan mahasiswa. Referensi utama yang saya gunakan dalam mata kuliah public speaking ini antara lain buku karya Stephen A. Lucas berjudul The Art of Public Speaking yang terbit tahun 2011, buku dari Open Educational Resources yang ada di halaman libertext.org yaitu karya Chris Burton dan Barbara Tucker berjudul Exploring Public Speaking terbit tahun 2021 yang memiliki nilai kebaruan agar mahasiswa dapat mengikuti perkembangan ilmu pengetahuan terkini. Selain itu, saya juga menggunakan generative AI tools seperti speakable.io, currypod.com, dan Magic School AI untuk menghadirkan inovasi dalam proses pembelajaran. Melalui tools ini, mahasiswa dapat merasakan pengalaman kuis interaktif dan memperoleh feedback dari generative AI, baik terhadap respon tertulis maupun lisan yang mereka submit. Dengan bantuan Gen AI tersebut, saya juga dapat memantau progress report hasil belajar mahasiswa di setiap pertemuan sebagai bentuk evaluasi pembelajaran. Penggunaan generative AI dalam perkuliahan public speaking ini memberikan pengalaman baru bagi mahasiswa dan diharapkan dapat meningkatkan motivasi mereka dalam mempelajari materi serta berlatih keterampilan berbicara atau speaking secara aktif dan sesuai dengan perkembangan teknologi di era saat ini. Baik, berikut ini adalah video proses pembelajaran mata kuliah public speaking dengan materi pada pertemuan pertama yaitu Basics of Public Speaking. Mari kita simak bersama. Oke, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning everyone. Okay, how are you today? Okay, yeah, I'm fine, thanks. Yeah, so I'm happy to see you again in this meeting. Yeah, because currently you are in the 5th semester and we are in the new course or new class. Yeah, it is public speaking. Would you like to learn more about public speaking in this class? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, first of all, before we begin our lesson today, I'd like you to pray together. Yeah, because as usual, we need to pray before our lesson. Randy, would you please to lead the prayer?
Okay. Before we study, maybe we can pray together. So, pray begin. Enough.
All right. Thank you so much, Randy. Yeah. All right, my students, because this is our first meeting, yeah, I would like to inform you that as usual, we will have an attendance checklist. Yeah, you need to check your attendance on ocw.unsscid. And while you are checking your attendance, yeah, I would like to inform you that we will also have a new material which you can access on Spada. Yeah, okay. So here on Spada, you can access all the materials, including the quiz, yeah, the lesson, and also the syllabus and many other else. Yeah. So first of all, let me just tell you about this topic, yeah, basics of public speaking. We will learn about what is public speaking and also we will learn about value of public speaking. Yeah. Before we begin, let me just ask you about your previous speaking class. Yeah. Is it academic speaking or is it speaking in daily communication? Do you still remember your previous semester?
Yeah, I think it's speaking for professional.
Speaking in daily communication, you're right, yeah. So this is more advanced, yeah. Public speaking is more advanced. I mean, it is not only speaking in front of the classroom so then you can deliver your presentation, but this is all about being a good public speaker, yeah. You will be a pre-service teacher in the future, you will be teacher candidate in the future. So I think that this course will be really beneficial for you, okay? And all right, students, let me just tell you our learning objective of our lesson today. Yeah, the first learning objective is that you will learn, yeah, the definition of public speaking. Yeah, you can define the public speaking based on your own words and also based on the theoretical frameworks or resources that I have already explained later. And you will be able to explain what distinguishes public speaking from other means of communication. Yeah. And also the third one, you will discuss, yeah, with your friends, with your next friend, with your partners, yeah, on why public speaking is part of our curriculum and also it's very important in your life, especially because you are going to be teacher candidate in the future, right? Turning our attention now to the definition of public speaking. Okay, so my students, when you hear the phrase public speaking, what comes to your mind? Like for example, I'll give you the context. Yeah, let's say president. Yeah, Mr. Prabowo. Yeah, our president of Indonesia. Yeah, let's say Mr. Prabowo, who is delivering an address or delivering a speech. Can you guess the key elements or the settings in that situation? Any one of you, please.
It's formal.
Formal situation. You're right. Give applause for Randy. Yeah. All right. I think it's very easy, and I think the president may also have what is it called informing something. Yeah. To let's say the representatives of each nation. Yeah. And also the president may encourage or persuade. Yeah. Something to do. Yeah. So it may also informative speech and persuasive speech. What about the other context? Yeah, sales representatives. What about the other context here? Sales representatives. Let's say he or she is seeking to persuade clients. What do you think? Yes, you, please.
Presenting a product or service to potential clients
Mm-hmm.
in a boardroom or online meeting.
Mm-hmm.
Key elements is probably professional and control to facilitate focused communication with potential clients.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, give applause. Yeah, give applause. Really good. Yeah. So you know, yeah, that sales representatives is one of the contexts. Yeah, in public speaking. Another context that you may take a look is professor. Yeah, delivering a lesson, and the next one is politician who are probably debating. Yeah, about before an election. Yeah. So take for example this one, professor. Okay, explaining a lecture. Is there anyone of you who would like to say something related to the context, key elements? Anyone of you? Yeah, would you please?
Formal situation.
Formal situation. Okay, what do you think, guys? What do you think about her opinion? Okay, the same idea. Maybe another key elements. Semi-formal. Yes, you were right. It may be semi-formal, it may be formal. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, because sometimes the professor may have, let's say, a serious style, yeah, in delivering the lesson, and sometimes he needs some, let's say, relaxed tone in terms of delivering the lesson. This is the review of what you have already answered. The key elements, yeah, like you have already seen here, that the formal setting may be in president delivering an address, and maybe this one, yeah, professor maybe informal or maybe semi-formal. But for the sales representatives, it may be in professional and controlled setting, but maybe it's not formal, yeah, as in professor and president. Meanwhile, in politician, it may be informal or semi-formal setting or discussion, but the most relevant idea is that it is convincing people. Yeah. So now let's move on to our platform, yeah, which is speakable.io. Yeah. How about the next question? Yeah, it will be identifying the key elements. Yeah, you have already tried it. Yeah, but you need to write it down here. Maybe this will be your asynchronous activity. Yeah, you need to submit it within this week. Yeah. The next activity will be answering this question. Yeah. What do you think, my students? Which one of the following is not a characteristics of public speaking? What do you think? Maybe your answer is A, B, C, or D based on your own ideas. Let me just move around and to check your activity. What do you think? Any one of you would like to answer? Yeah, please.
Okay. And this answer for this question, I think is A. It can only occur in large venues.
Mm-hmm. Do you agree with his answer, my students? Yes, you're right. What I'm going to ask you to do next is discuss with your partner, yeah, with your next friend, to identify the key elements of this context, yeah, especially teacher delivering a lesson in the classroom, yeah. So I'll give you 5 minutes. You may discuss with your next friend or 2 or 3 students. It doesn't matter. And later on, you may say it. You may perform it just by recording your speech. Okay, what about your discussion? Have you found some elements on this context?
Found out that it's informative speech is as formal and informal interaction.
Okay, formal, informal interaction because it's a teaching session, yeah?
Yes, teaching.
Teaching session, that's right. Do you find another one?
Or the audience consists of the students with diverse learning styles and levels of prior knowledge.
Okay, so the knowledge of the audience may be different. Any other else about this context?
So what do I get from this question is what to identify is the tone. The tone is more like informative and engaging. Why? Because you wanna try to explain something to your students, so you gotta make sure that the tone is really engaging so they could understand what you're saying at least.
Yeah, really good answer. Give applause for your friend, yeah? Right. Based on your discussion result, yeah, just perform a speech, yeah, let's say a very brief speech in terms of recording to the speakable.io, yeah. I'll give you, let's say 5 minutes, yeah, to record the following task, yeah, for the following context, yeah. I'll ask you to record it starting from now. All right, that's a really good answer. Yeah, I can see from your practice. Yeah, starting from Randy, starting from Husnul, and the other else. Yeah, so you are really, really talkative in terms of delivering your very brief speech. Yeah, but later on, let's say on the next 3 weeks meeting, you need to perform in front of the classroom and you need to be more confident. Yeah. Okay. So my students, the next activity that I'd like to share with you is this one. Yeah. Define public speaking in your own words. Yeah, write a concise definition of public speaking. Okay, as I have said previously, that most probably, yeah, I can see your response letter once you have finished, yeah, let's say answering all of the questions. Yeah, so let me just wait till the last performance. Yeah. And the next activity is that you need to record, yeah, what you have already learned about the definition of public speaking. But before this activity, I will tell you the definition of public speaking based on the experts. Yeah, based on the experts, which means public speaking may have its own definition, not only about speaking in front of the other people. Yeah, but public speaking means it is an organized and intentional means to inform or to persuade, yeah, to inform or to persuade a group of 5 or more people, yeah, a group of 5 or more people, yeah, through words, physical delivery, and or visual or audio aids. First one is it's organized. What does it mean, organized? Yeah, is planned, well prepared. Yeah, it is planned or well prepared. So that's why if you would like to perform public speaking, you need to make an outline first. You don't. I'm pretty sure that you will be, let's say, nervous, yeah, in front of the other people if you have nothing to say or if you have no outline at all. Yeah, so it means that it is organized, it is planned, and then intentional means to inform, entertain, or to persuade. What does it mean? To inform, to give information. Yeah. Could you give me an example of, let's say, the context in the previous slides, which
Okay.
is informing? Yeah.
So maybe like when a president addressing about something about the country or something like that, that is informing that the country is something like this, something like that to his people like that.
Really good answer. Yeah. Give applause to Randy. Yeah. Yeah. You're right. Yeah. President. Yeah. Let's say Mr. Prabowo. Yeah. Informing the other nation representatives. Yeah. About our nature. Yeah. About our economic condition and so many other else. Yeah. Another definition by another expert. Yeah. It is an enlarged, yeah, conversation with a purpose, whether to entertain, to inform, or to persuade, that is highly organized and dependent on resources outside of your own personal experience. Yeah. The second learning objective, yeah, distinguish between conversation, distinguish between public speaking with other means of communication. As you can see here, public speaking may have similarities with conversation. Like what I'm saying previously, it is enlarged, yeah, conversation. So when you take a look on the following elements of conversation, public speaking may also have the similarities, yeah, like what I'm saying right now, awareness of and sensitivity toward your audience. So if you perform public speaking, you will pay attention to your audience, whether your audience is pay attention or not, and you may ask your audience directly, yeah. And then a dependence on feedback to know if you are successful or not in your performance. Yeah. Let's say you will ask your audience, yeah, whether he or she understand or not about your speech, and then an exchange of explicit message about your content. It's not about your relationship between you and your audience, yeah, but it's all about the content. And the last one is communication is always face to face. If you would like to perform public speaking, you should have like face to face, yeah, face to face rather than mediated conversation like using Zoom or online meeting platform. Yeah. How about the key difference? Yeah. The first one is, yeah, formality. Yeah. As you have already said previously, formal or informal. Yeah. Public speaking should have formality. Yeah. And then the next one is the structure. If you want to perform public speaking, you need to perform well structured and organized procedure of, let's say, saying one, saying two, yeah, performing the first option, the second option, and many other else. Yeah. How about planning? Yeah, of course, you need to develop the outline. Yeah. And the next component is purpose. Do you still remember the purpose? To persuade, to inform, to entertain. Yes, you're right. And then the audience size. Do you still remember the minimum? Yeah, 5 people. More than 5 people, it means public speaking. If it is only 2 or 3 people, it's just, yeah, chit chat, you know, like, yeah, informal conversation. Yeah. And then the next one is feedback. Yeah. So if you perform public speaking, there must be like feedback from your audiences. Let's say your audiences will ask you a question related to what you are saying, related to your speech. And the last one is the responsibility. Yeah. And you need to answer on the following question. Yeah. Which of the following is not? Yeah. It's not, you know, the key difference between public speaking and the other modes of communication. Yeah. You have 1 minute to answer. And maybe I will ask randomly. Yeah. I will ask randomly. What are you saying about this question? Okay, time is over. Now I would like to ask you, what is your answer?
So I think the answer is audience age.
Okay, yes, that's good. Yeah, give applause for her. Yeah, yeah, yeah. This will be your discussion with your partner. Yeah, in terms of what are the key components that you may say in a specific context of public speaking. Let's say public speaking of a teacher, performing or delivering a lesson in front of the classroom. So you may say these three components of the communication. Let's say the purpose, deliver a lesson. The audience are the students and many other else. So you may illustrate it with different examples. So this one will be group A and this one will be group B. And later on, I would like to ask you to deliver it in front of the classroom. Let me just move around to check your discussion activity.
The difference between public speaking and informal speaking, like me and my friends probably. So the public speaking requires the preparation before we are going to say something to the audience. And the second is probably is for the enlarged audience. So I'm not speaking only for one or two person, but like a lot of people in one place. And that is my answer, sir.
Okay, well done. Give applause for Padir. Really good answer. There is still one more topic that we would like to discover or to explore. It's all about the value of public speaking in your life. Based on these three values of public speaking, I would like you to discuss. This will be your homework. Discuss with your, let's say, your partner. Within 2 or 3 students to discuss in the context of your future job. As a teacher candidate. So you can submit it later on speakable.io. Because I have created an activity, the last one. Discuss why public speaking is really important for you as a teacher candidate. And next week, which is a very, very interesting topic to discuss. We will talk about this presentation first, and the next week's meeting we are going to talk about the next topic of public speaking, which is the characteristics of a good public speaker. All right, are you ready for that? Okay. So remember, just upload your answer just by writing your response here, or you would like to upload a Word document, it doesn't matter. I think that's all, my students, for what we have already discussed in today's meeting. Let's conclude what we have already discussed in today's meeting. Let me just ask you, is there any one of you who would like to be the volunteer to say something related to, okay, sir, we have learned about 1, 2, 3. Okay, any one of you, please? Please.
So this morning we have been learned about public speaking. We study about what the definition of public speaking is, and the function of public speaking also, and the type inside of the public speaking, and also the explanation about what is inside of public speaking that makes our pronunciation is to be more clear, and maybe can make a plan to study more about public speaking.
Okay, give applause to your friend. Really good answer. And also it concludes what we have already learned today. And I am eager to know your presentation next week. And I am really want to know your performance. All right, I think that's all. Is there any question, my students? Okay, no question. I hope you have checked your attendance, and also don't forget about what we have already talked in today's meeting. Don't forget about submitting your assignment. And goodbye. I'll see you next week. Assalamu'alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you.